Hey, what's up guys? Hardleg Joe here with an exciting ban list reaction video. Ooh. As I'm sure everyone knows, Yugi tubers like myself are required by law to make videos on the limited and forbidden list. If we don't, then Shape Snatch comes to our house and turns our lives into living memes. A fate worse than death, some might say. So, I had other plans for today. I have things I'd like to be doing, but, looks like those are out the window for now. But enough about politics. Let's look at this list. Astrograph is banned. No surprise there. Pendulum Magicians needed to be hit, and it was either Astrograph or Electromite. And since Electromite has purple hair, you know it's not going anywhere. It's a pity that my Ignite deck is unplayable as a result, but that's fine. On the flip side, Masterpiece is finally banned, which means my Metaltron the 12th deck is now a solid meta list for true Dracos. If you're wondering what I'd change about that deck, by the way, I'd take out the 3 Drylith or whatever it's called, and replace them with 2 more Ignis Heat and a Dynamite Knight. Which, spoilers I guess, Ignis Heat is at 3 and Dynamite is at 1. So even though true Dracos lost their boss monster, they gained quite a bit of consistency, so they'll still work pretty well as a control/disruption deck. Anyway, Phoenixian Cluster Amaralraba is banned, which is apparently part of Plant FTK, so good. I guess that means we're getting the Aromage link soon. Whatever. Speaking of FTKs, Supreme King Starving Venom is banned, which effectively stops Pendulum Magician FTK, while also just hitting that deck's power in general, which is fine by me, though I don't know why this and Tyrant Neptune are still banned, while the true culprit, Independent Nightingale, still flies free as a bird on the night wind. It's just my theory, but I think someone at Konami of America has a thing for feathered women, if you know what I mean. Hashtag kinky cloacas. Anyway, Ancient Fairy Dragon is also banned, which I suppose hurts a bunch of rogue decks that revolve around field spells, but I never really liked those combos, so I don't care. Let's see, Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force, also banned. Apparently this is to stop the Utopic Zexal combo, which is like an FTK, but with fundamental differences. So I guess that's good. That Grass Looks Greener also banned, which is an interesting choice. 60-card decks aren't entirely dead, but that won't stop people from saying they are, which kind of sucks. I rather like the diversity of having 60-card and 40-card decks. I would have preferred to see them hit something like Fairy Tale Snow or one of the Infernoid cards. I don't know, maybe Sajet? You know, something so that 60-card decks are still playable, but just nerfed a little bit, but, whatever. I don't really care. In general, it's hard for me to get invested too much in the ban list, just because I play a new deck, pretty much every week. I'm not really invested in any particular deck. Konami can ban whatever they want, as far as I'm concerned. I'll find a way to have fun regardless. Anyway, that's it for the forbidden cards. Newly limited, we have, Dynamite Knight, which I already mentioned. We've also got, Gem Knight Master Diamond, which kind of sucks. But they had to kill the Gem Knight FTK somehow, and this isn't the worst way they could have done it. I mean, they could have hit Brilliant Fusion, or Lady Diamond, or Garnet. So I guess this isn't that bad. I just would have preferred they hit, like, Lady Lapis, and just cut the Byrne out of Gem Knights. Because using Master Diamond to copy the other Gem Knights effect was, like, the funnest part of Gem Knights, and now that's a little more hard to do. But, whatever. Regardless, we have Chain Strike to 1. Yay. Fuck Chainburn. I don't care how irrelevant it is. The more they can hurt that deck, the better, in my opinion. And then, next up, we've got Semi-Limited. Towers is to 2. Which, meh. I guess Clees aren't really doing anything in the current game, but, I still have nightmares about Towers, so I'd prefer it stay at 1. Oh, we also have Ring of Destruction at 2, which, I guess makes that dragon thing out of the Kaiba box more viable? I don't know. I might have to try that. And that's it for semi-limits. All we have left is the freed cards. And let me just start off by saying I'm very disappointed that Konami gave us the Shadal link and the Inzektor link in Flames of Destruction, and didn't bring a single Shadal or Inzektor off the list. I mean, don't get me wrong, Construct and Hornet and Dragonfly are all powerful cards, but more powerful than Towers? Like, maybe Construct might be meta-relevant at 1, but Inzektors? You're telling me that insects from 6 years ago, with targeting destruction effects, that are reliant on the graveyard, and can be stopped by pretty much every hand trap, are a bigger threat than a 3k nigh invincible wall that lowers attack and sends cards to the grave without targeting. No, that's fair. I mean, heaven forbid we have some bugs to play with. No, those are too spooky. Go summon the Invincible God Wall instead. That's better. In fact, have 2. It'll be more consistent. What? You know, rants aside, I got Dragoons to 3, which is good for Atlanteans, I suppose. I don't know, I still haven't played Mermaid Atlanteans. Grand Soil is back at 3, though I hear it's got an errata or something, I don't know. Either way, should be good for those new Elemental Saber players. They can have all their monsters. Ignis I already mentioned. Mathematician is cool. Lord knows I need as much help with math as possible. A Neospatian Grand Mole to 3. Now this is just a travesty. Everyone knows Grand Mole is broken. In fact, I fully expect the next meta to be 60% Grand Mole Turbo, 38% anti-Grand Mole Turbo, and the last 2% will be Burning Abyss and Trickstar, because those decks never die. Oh, and we got a Convulsory Spectuation of Ice as a 3, which is nice. Good to see more generic traps coming off the list to help Altergeist. They need help, right? And that's pretty much it. Overall, I'm happy with what was banned. I'm not so happy with the amount of things that are still banned. Generally, I'd like to see as much stuff come off the list as goes on it. But whatever. There's always next time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go back to editing Legs Plays and drinking sweet and sour sauce.